to Kansas, gateway to Oz. Under the rainbow, this is where it was. Hollyhocks and red ripe tomatoes, hand-churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. It's the best part of Dorothy's dream.
Today on Around Kansas, we start with a segment about snapping turtles and their presence across the state. Then join us for a story about Cally Krallman and her artwork. Next, we'll have a poem from Ron Wilson, and we'll end with a look at Joseph Disberger and his interest in puppets. Stay with us.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Welcome to Kansas, gateway to...
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Deb Goodrich. Welcome to Around Kansas. And as always, we ask you to write in, to send us Facebook messages, follow us on Facebook, and keep up with all the great things going on around the state, and let us know what's going on around the state. And that's what I want to talk to you about this morning. We did a segment on the new film, The Highwayman, last week or a couple of weeks ago. Kevin Costner is on the cover of the most recent issue of True West magazine. And lots of Kansas folks have ads in this issue, including the Fort Wallace Museum. So make sure you pick up this copy of the magazine. Let the folks at True West know that you appreciate their covering Kansas, and let the advertisers know that you appreciate their supporting all of us. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the new Kansas travel guide for 2019. And lo and behold, we got people hiking through rocks on there. We got rocks in Kansas, folks. We got a lot of rocks. We got some really cool rocks. And a lot of them happen to be in the neighborhood where I live. But not all of them. We've got Monument Rocks, and of course we have Little Jerusalem that will be opening to the public later on. And people are, of course, very, very excited about that. We have Castle Rock that's not too far away from us. We have the Arickaree Breaks in the northwest corner of Kansas, which of course is featured in the ultimate travel guide to Northwest Kansas. Now, I happen to live in Northwest Kansas and work in Northwest Kansas, and I'm happy to promote other parts of the state. You just send me your travel guide, or I'll try to pick one up, and we'll talk about all those places too. But the cover of the Northwest Kansas travel guide happens to be Monument Rocks. So rocks are making news, folks. And then we have the byways of Kansas. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm afraid to say something because I may be, I think that might be the Arickaree Breaks on the cover of the Byway magazine. But our Byway program has pretty much put that into place. It's a great program. It features every part of the state, what is the most beautiful in every part of the state, what's most historic. So pick up one of those Byway brochures and take advantage of the planning that those communities have done to put together a really nice trip for you as you travel around Kansas. I also want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, and that would be the Western Kansas Travel Center at Mittens, there where I live at the Oakley exit. So the IHOP is opening. You know, the restaurant there has been closed for a couple of months while they remodel and convert to IHOP. And man, we are all excited about that. So as you're traveling up and down I-70, I-40, or excuse me, Highway 40 or Highway 83, make sure you stop in Mittens. Always clean and comfortable and great folks to wait on you. And it's just really the front door to Western Kansas. That's where it all begins. And we're just so appreciative that they support our show, and we in turn try to support them. And one of my friends said, now that the restaurant there is closed for remodeling, you know, what are you doing? Well, I've suffered, people. I have really suffered. So I can't wait for them to be open again. So we've got another great show for you today. We really appreciate your joining us. Stay with us.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
Nevermore do you walk the earth, his spirit rides here still. Roman knows the wild wind blows. Roman knows your legend grows. No one knows if we'll see your lights again.
This segment brought to you by the Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center in Oakley.
One of my fondest childhood memories, and I'm sure one of yours, is playing along the creek bank in the long days of summer. I can still remember one particular sunny afternoon when I was making mud pies, wading in my bare feet, when suddenly a dinosaur stuck his neck out from the grass, and I ran to get my grandpa. Obviously it wasn't a dinosaur, but facing that snapping turtle, it might as well have been. Grandpa grabbed his hoe, and that beast latched onto the blade and wouldn't let go. I was more careful about where I stepped from there on. In October 2006, two Haven men caught a new Kansas state record snapping turtle on the Arkansas River near their hometown. The monster weighed 45 pounds and was 16 inches long. The previous largest Kansas common snapper was caught by Ian and John Bork on April 23, 1992 in Barton County. That specimen weighed 32 pounds. The world record for this species is 86 pounds, 19 and a half inches. Common snapping turtles live about 28 years in the wild, and specimens living more than 40 years are well documented. They are found throughout the United States, east of the Rocky Mountains. Snappers are omnivorous and will consume anything that will fit in the mouth, including algae, duckweed, sedges, insects, crayfish, earthworms, frogs, fish, mice, and other turtles. When young, common snappers are active foragers, but as adults, they more commonly ambush prey. The flesh and eggs of common snappers are edible and highly desirable in parts of their range. They are highly aquatic and rarely venture onto land except to bask or lay eggs. When searching for a suitable site to lay eggs in late spring, a female may travel as far as 10 miles. The nest is dug into the ground and 20 to 40 round, hard-shelled eggs are deposited. Then the nest is covered. In late October, most common snapping turtles settle into the mud bottoms of ponds or streams or beneath logs and remain there until warmer spring temperatures set in. The new state record was put on display at the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks Pratt Education Center, located 2 miles east of Pratt. So while you're enjoying the great outdoors, watch out for our snapping friends. Legend has it, they don't let go till it thunders. Welcome to Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in Oakley, Kansas on I-70 at exit 76. I-70, after all, is America's Main Street, and we're right here on Main Street for you. Now that I'm an Oakley resident, I still come in almost every day, and I sit and listen to the conversations of the people around me. You know, the guys who are talking about the big elk they just bagged, or the folks who are taking their kid to college for the first time. People just traveling up and down the highway. Real people, just like you and me. And they find just what I find here, real people to serve them. There's history, there's scenery. We hope you'll stop and see us soon. Welcome to Oakley.
As fourth-generation farmers themselves, Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. So when it comes to quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia, call Heinen Brothers Ag today, 800-760-4960. Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Kim Mannering with Hardy Insurance. Today we will talk about employee safety and work comp coverage. On your farm, do you ask your friends to come help? Are they considered employees or neighbors helping neighbors? Did you know that you can be held responsible just as if it's a work comp accident? Give me a call. We can discuss. 316-945-6733.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine Center. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
For over 40 years, Beecham's Art Gallery in Topeka's Westboro Mart has been the go-to resource in Northeast Kansas for quality fine art, classic custom framing, and art restoration. A mainstay of the monthly art walk, Beecham's new exhibit features paintings by popular regional artist Cally Krallman. Cally, known for her vivid images of Kansas skies, presents a group of paintings focusing on the rivers, streams, and ponds of Kansas. Cally is a Goodland native, but now makes her home and has her art studio, Prairie Sage Studio, in Topeka. There were 28 paintings in this series, and 2 were sold before the exhibit even opened. Most of the images may be familiar, others not as much. What is evident throughout the paintings is the incredible variety of landscape and waterscape in Kansas and Cally's passion for those beautiful places. Subjects of the paintings include Amelia's Perch, Atchison, the Missouri River, beside still waters, Kansas River north of Maple Hill, Blue Contrail, a pond south of Maple Hill, Blue Sky at Dusk, Arkansas River near Hutchinson, Buttermilk Creek near Easton, Kansas, Mill Creek near McFarland, Reflections of April at the Flying W Ranch near Elmdale, and Early Chill, Kansas River near Topeka. The exhibit will be up through mid-January.
My name's Karen Cope, and I have multiple sclerosis. When you have MS, on the outside you look great, but you know what's really going on in the inside is chronic body pain, chronic fatigue. And there's lots of days that I'd wake up and say, oh, please God, help me get through this day. You know, after stem cells, Chloe, my youngest daughter, she was asked by my father-in-law, how's your mom doing? And Chloe said, Grandpa, I've never had a mom like this before, because she was 8 when I was diagnosed, and she really had no other memory of me but being sick. It's really the simple things that we do as a family, like play cards, and to be able to win at cards. You know, they all laugh because I used to repeat myself and say, what hand are we on? You know, where are we at? And it's just been really a true blessing from God, and we're really thankful.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.
Mark your calendars for Tuesday, March 26th in Beloit, where the first ever Stock Growers Field Day will be held by K-State Research and Extension, the Kansas Livestock Association, and the Kansas Bull Test. The event will be highlighted by a market outlook from Cattle Facts, as well as a presentation from well-known reproductive physiologist Dr. Rick Funston, where he speaks about increasing production efficiency. From there, we'll also play host to over 30 ag-based businesses in the trade show and enjoy breakout sessions where producers can listen to speakers on topics that apply directly to their operation. This event should cater to producers of all size and scale and offer a social aspect as well, so we look forward to seeing you there for the inaugural Stock Growers Field Day in North Central Kansas.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Soybean Commission. Progress powered by Kansas farmers.
So many families take these big family trips where the kids all pile into the car, mom and dad drive, and they get out of the driveway before the kids say, "Are we there yet?" Well, there's also the issue of coming home to the ranch. This poem I wrote, based on a true story, it's titled, "My Vocation Affects My Vacation," or The Trip. We were all driving home from a nice family trip, dog-tired but happy, with smiles on our lips. We'd been driving for hours on the big highway, and we thankfully turned onto the ranch driveway. We were all looking forward to the end of the ride, when suddenly there were signs of concern that I spied. It's not what I wanted for my welcome back, because alongside the road I could see some cow tracks, and by the road was manure as I looked about, and I knew what it meant. The cows had got out. What a lousy welcome home to receive. While I was trying to get home, the cows were trying to leave. Instead of relaxing to unpack and unwind, we had all the cows to hurry and find. The horses were still in the corral at least, so we saddled up quickly to track down the beasts. It was easy to follow the tracks on their way to the neighbor's where they'd got into his hay. They'd tromped through his garden, got into his shed, and ate the alfalfa stored there to be fed. So we rounded them up and drove them back home and into a pen where they'd no longer roam. Then we rode around the perimeter fence till we found the spot where those maverick cows went. A tree had blown down on the wire while we're gone and let the cows loose so that they could go on. So we gathered our tools and got the fence mended and went home thankful this long day had ended. I complained to my wife about this turn of events, from vacation to having to chase cows and fix fence. I said, "It's unfair the cows caused this extra work to do." She just smiled and said, "I guess the cows wanted a trip too." Happy trails.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well on their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, and we're glad to answer it and work with you.
Join us April 6th for the Gardner Angus Ranch 40th Anniversary Spring Production Sale at the ranch near Ashland, Kansas. The sale will feature 342 registered bulls, 386 registered females, and 532 bred Gardner Angus influenced commercial females. The sale will start at 9 a.m. sharp. If you are unable to join us in person, you can bid online by going to liveauction.tv and register prior to the sale. At Gardner Angus Ranch, you aren't just buying a breed, you are buying a brand backed by 4 generations of disciplined seed stock production. We hope to see you April 6th at the ranch.
The Kansas Wheat Innovation Center in Manhattan is rediscovering ways to get improved varieties and new genetics in the hands of farmers faster. Grower-led and checkoff-funded research initiatives are bringing about positive change. This grassroots leadership provides a strong voice in Topeka and Washington, D.C. Now is the time to partner with Kansas Wheat in moving wheat forward. Kansas Wheat Commission and Kansas Association of Wheat Growers. Farmers investing in their future and yours. Log on to rediscoverwheat.org.
Kim Mannering with Hardy Insurance. Today we will talk about umbrella coverage. Did you know that if you're held liable in any type of accident, the judgment can claim your assets? Please give me a call so we can discuss. 316-945-6733.
As fourth-generation farmers themselves, Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. So when it comes to quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia, call Heinen Brothers Ag today, 800-760-4964.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Well, good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Deb Goodrich, reporting from the Fort Wallace Museum in lovely downtown Wallace, Kansas. Y'all come out and see us sometime. Well, we've got so much going on around Kansas, not just in Wallace, but just everywhere around the state. And, you know, I've asked you folks to share some of the folks that you know that are talented and that should be mentioned on the show, or some of the events that are going on. A big shout out to our friend Fox Coe for following directions. And he shared the story of this next young man with me, Joseph Disberger. He's 16, and you're not going to believe what this 16-year-old is capable of until you see this video, and you still probably won't believe it. He's got a Muppet show coming up at the Columbian Theater in downtown Wamego, another lovely Kansas community. But I thought rather than talk about him, I'd let Joe tell his own story. This, folks, gives me hope. When you see these talented, amazing young people doing incredible things like this, yeah, this will restore your faith in our next generation.
Hi, my name is Joseph Disberger. I'm 16 years old and I play with puppets. When I was 9 years old, I had been struggling a little bit with depression, anxiety. You know, I just found it hard to smile and stuff. It was right around that time I watched my first Muppet movie that I really engaged with. It was one of the first times that I genuinely smiled. And there was just this rare magic, that magic I never felt before. It just, you know, filled me. I was like, wow, that's what I want to do. My first puppets, you know, I was horrified. I didn't know how to sew. My first puppets were made out of the kitchen napkins and the rags from the laundry room. I would use Scotch tape, painter's tape, and safety pins. When I was younger, I didn't have a lot of friends, and one time I was in our utility room and I saw this little orange recorder in a box, and I would record little phone calls. So, you know, I'd be like, "Hey Joseph, what's up?" And I'd pause. I'd be like, "That is so cool." "Oh, not much." And I'd stop and I'd play back. You know, I'd pretend it was a phone and I'd put it up. "Hey Joseph, what's up?" "Oh, nothing much. I just went to New York." And he's like, "Oh, that's so cool. How about you? What have you been doing?" "Oh, nothing much." And then other times I would record my own little radio shows, and you know, I'd be the host and I might do an accent, and then I'd take callers and I'd switch to another voice and I'd go back and forth. That's really where my voices started. So now you've gotten to know me a little bit and how I got to where I am today. Now I'd like to show you a little skit based off of Jim Henson's Muppets.
Hi, Kermit the Frog here, and today I'm practicing visual thinking, you know, like 5. And
hi there.
Oh, hi, Cookie Monster.
Hi Frog, what you doing?
I'm practicing visual thinking.
Oh, you just beginner. What, Cookie?
Is that a real cookie?
No.
Wow, that's incredible, Cookie Monster.
Frog, have you ever heard of jazz?
No, I've never done jazz before. No.
Oh, well, it goes like a see, pop, 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 see, pop, pop, pop,
Wow,
pop,
that's
pop.
incredible.
But then the hard part is you go backward. And you go, hey, see, pop. Now, you go.
Well,
You
yeah,
should
I
try
think
it.
I'll give it a try, yes. Zip pop 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 pop, zip pop pop pop.
Nice.
Well, then I guess I have to go backward on.
There you go backward.
Zip pop pop pop. Oh, it's
Okay.
getting bigger. Zip pop pop pop. Oh no! Zip pop
Bye,
pop zip pop pop.
frog. Oh!
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
And red ripe tomatoes, hand churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. We're the best part of Dorothy's dream.